I have been riding bikes seriously for about 5 years now, and you know, within certain sports you could most likely say you've seen it all at this point, but with bicycles, of course, you never will see it all. And even though that fact of the matter stands true, I'm going to tell you about the 5 stages of cycling grief, and how if you think about getting into cycling, it could be most likely the biggest money pit you have ever experienced in your life. So let's get on with the video. Starting off at stage 1, this is where all you newcomers come from, the Walmart bike phase. One day you're out on the beach riding on a beach cruiser and you realize, damn, bikes are really fun. Might as well go get one for myself. So once you get back from that beautiful vacation, you go to your local Walmart and buy the most expensive bike there is. Or maybe not because you're on a budget, but you're still spending anywhere from $200 to $300 and you think, damn, I have never in my life spent this much on a bike. It could not get any better than this. And then from there, you go out and ride it, hitting the local government subsidized trails, and even just riding around your neighborhood from time to time to stay active. You're having so much fun riding your bike around from day to day use, and then one day you're riding down the hill and your front wheel just decides to come off because the guy who assembled your bike probably only knows how to assemble a grill at best. And then you realize all bikes are not built the same. So with your broken hand, elbow, and humerus, you go to your local bike shop to get your bike repaired. And then you get a quote from the mechanic that costs 2 to 3 times the actual price of the bike, and you realize, damn, what did they build these things out of? And just like any beginner cyclist out there bringing in a Walmart bike to the shop, you get swindled by the local bike mechanic to buy a new $2,000 to $3,000 bike. And just like the 5 stages of grief, this next stage is called acceptance. The reason why stage 2 is called acceptance is because you do not believe you could spend $2,000 to $3,000 on a bike. You realize that Walmart bikes are absolutely crappy, and then you come to the acceptance that $2,000 to $3,000 on a bike is actually pretty cheap. So after maxing out your brand new credit card, you come home to your wife saying, hey, I got this bike for free, might as well ride it. But little does she know you're not going to make the house payments that month. But boy oh boy is this experience worth it. Whether you're riding a road or mountain bike, you realize the feel of the ride is monumentally different. No Walmart bike could compare to how fast you are going on this bike. This bike is so dialed, the euphoric experience you get from riding the damn thing is better than cocaine and French bar. And you can't believe you've gone your whole life without riding a bike like this. Now there are only 2 ways you could go from here. You can either just be a recreational rider riding 2 to 3 times a week, or you get hooked and start riding every damn day. And if you fall into the second group, this leads you into stage 3. I work at a bike shop. Now, contrary to popular belief, the reason why you got a second job at a bike shop, it's not because you want to help pay for your kids' college tuition or, help your mom out with medical bills. It's because you value the discount of the bikes far more than life itself. After talking to Joe, the local bike shop manager, he swindled you into working 40-hour weeks and a part-time job, working minimum wage. And you tell your parents, hey, the benefits are good, but in reality, the only benefits are you getting discounts on a bike. But you simply cannot beat it. Being able to buy bike tools for pennies on the dollar and essentially 2 bikes for the price of 1, this is your new lifestyle. Forget family vacations and even sending the kids to college, because the amount of money you are saving by buying 2 bikes for the price of 1 is way better than any type of investment you can have. At this point, some might even empty out their 401k just to buy another bike. And being the only one at the local trails with an S-Works painted across their frame, Fox on their forks, you might as well be balling. Let's call you Michael Jordan with the Chicago Bulls. One other notable thing about this stage is you become very ingrained with bicycle technology. You become obligated on the group ride to explain to others why $2,000 more for a carbon frame is 100% worth it, and why you should run tubeless over tube. And some of you out there may be wondering, how can it not get any worse than this? These are already the most insufferable human beings known to man, right? But you guys are forgetting, we have a few more stages to go. Stage 4 is selling the wife and kids. This is the point where you start having relationship problems due to how much you love your bikes. And all of this fire was fueled by the 3rd stage. This is the point where you start buying useless bikes for your family. I'm talking a $2,000 24-inch bike for your 10-year-old to ride on the trails with you, or maybe even the specialized carbon hot walk that costed about $1,000 when it came out. Some absolutely engineered anomaly. But I believe the 4th stage really comes to show out to the world how much you love bikes. It's a simple fact of the matter that when your kid sends a 20-foot jump in each, you're more worried about the bike than his own well-being. And if you have teenage kids working jobs, you take a little bit as taxes because, they live in the house, they have to pay rent somehow. But all this is asked in reality to fuel your cycling addiction. We also cannot forget the group rides. You have now become the most insufferable human being there is. You know everything about your bike and others' bikes down to the absolute T. You are now able to explain to someone how removing your valve caps can save you weight and time on your rides. At this point in your life, you have officially become a bicycle shop manager, and you have already emptied out your 401k because, hey, bikes are life, man. But in the end, all the relationship problems were worth it. You get to brag to your buddies at work about how your bike weighs less than 20 pounds, costs more than your yearly mortgage, but your excuse to your family and your wife's friends when they ask is that it's a family activity, and it's 100% worth it to keep the family healthy. So what is this little price to pay relative to, lifelong health? But one thing everyone around you sees is that you have officially gone off the deep end.
What is that? Oh shit, what is that?
It is essentially how they explain the stages of drugs to us in elementary school. You start off smoking a bit, aka buying a Walmart bike, and then before you know it, you'll be off the deep end. homeless, and having a drug problem.
Man.
Also known as the sell the wife and kids stage. But I do have one caveat to this. I still do not believe you are the most insufferable human being who can ride a bike. I'm gonna have to give that to the complimentary stage, which is PhD money. Now, there is no one worse than someone who does not know their gear and has some of the nicest shit out there. And that's what us bicycle mechanics call PhD money. You're most likely rolling up to the bike shop with a G63 and a bike rack on the back, and all us bike mechanics see is dollar signs in our eyes. Because we know, you know, nothing about the S-Works that you're riding. It was just the most expensive thing in the bike shop when you went at the time, and your expendable income is more than Zimbabwe's GDP, so why the hell not? But hey, at least you're riding your bike. Anyways guys, let me know how you liked today's video. If you watched the end, make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know. What stage are you in? Are you just starting out on a Walmart bike, or are you already off the deep end? But that's it for today, guys. Have a great rest of your day.